Hey, all my beautiful people, it is time for another book recommendation. I meant to do this yesterday, but I just haven't been feeling well. So I have a sinus migraine that's been going on for several days. No coffee today, but I have my strawberry sunset bubbly sparkling water. I fell asleep with my hair wet, and it's just nothing's gonna make it better. Anyway, so there was a book I was gonna talk about first, but in light of the video posted yesterday with the mermaid fun of it all, I'm going to talk about this book that I finished yesterday. This is The Salt Grows Heavy by Cassandra Khaw. I can't say enough about this book. It is so good. It is The Little Mermaid meets Frankenstein. But this is a novella, and I believe it's only 106 pages long. And my camera keeps going in and out of centering me, so whatever. This is so good, guys. So this is definitely a body horror book. And unlike the other couple of body horror books I've recommended, this one legitimately is pretty gory. So that's not your thing. Maybe pass this one up. But it's it's very lyrical prose. And even though the gory scenes are very graphic and detailed, but they're also written in this very lyrical way that almost makes it beautiful at times. And I love lyrical writing. As somebody who also writes lyrical prose, it's just gorgeous. It's like reading fiction that's written like poetry at times. I mean, that's essentially what lyrical writing is. So if that's not really for you, if you're not really into lyrical writing, because it definitely is a vibe, again, this might not be the exact book for you, but I would still try it because it's just so beautifully written. And, you know, as somebody who writes lyrical prose, you know, especially when things get published, you know, the general public reads it and they're like, I don't get it. So, you know, if that's not for you, that's okay. But this has to be on the list. It's really hard to talk about it without giving anything away. But like I said, it's, you know, Little Mermaid meets Frankenstein, but this is not Ariel. This is not Disney's Little Mermaid. This is a very dark, earthy, siren-like mermaid, and it takes place after she's given birth, and her daughters have consumed. I'm just gonna give it this way, because much like poetry, you have to experience lyrical prose sort of for yourself, and you have to kind of take away meaning that resonates with you. And I had a poetry professor years and years ago who said that poetry is like looking at an abstract painting. You can't take it by its sections. You have to stand back and look at it as a whole. And the same really goes for lyrical prose. But that being said, her daughters have been born, and they have consumed their father and the land in which they live in. And the mother, who we never get a name. In fact, both our two main characters, we don't actually ever get a name for them. But they're more than an archetype. Like they are a character within themselves. But she is going to go on a journey, and there is a plague doctor who she's known for a long time who decides to go on this journey with her. And they come across a group of boys who are hunting one of their own friends, and they kill him, and the doctor is outraged, and they go back to this community in which these boys live in that is governed by who they call the Saints. And I'll leave it there. But oh God, like this book it's the kind of writing I love. It's a great story. Just that in and of its own, it's a great story and well written. but also there is deeper insight you can glean from the text. And you know, we can have discussions on patriarchy and what it is to have a certain identity in a culture, what it is to be considered a monster, and then to talk about who really is the monster. Sacred, I mean, there's so many things that are just very deeply nestled into this story, but not, again, in a heavy-handed way. It is ultimately a story, and I love that kind of writing. I really, really do, because even like when a topic has this more, you know, universal, a bigger theme to it, I don't, and it's like a theme. It's like topics that I also agree with or believe or think or what have you. I don't like it when it's heavy-handed. You know, I don't. If I want to read that type of writing, I would read that type of writing. You know, like a history book or a nonfiction book, or like a prescriptive nonfiction book or something. So even within that, I still want it to be just seamlessly, you know, stitched into the narrative, and I feel this book really does that well. This is the first book I've read by this author, but I definitely want to read more. And they just are such a great storyteller, and they know what to do with prose. And I don't often have to look words up when I'm reading. And I think pretty much every page of this book, there was at least one word I was like, what is that word? And I had to go look it up. So, and I say that, and just because she just is using language to like its best like form, and just, you know, I always tell my students, like, can you say this in a different way? You know, is there a different word choice? And but this is someone I don't feel like, oh, they were just going through thesaurus and you know, looking for you know, a different word. Like, they just, it's so intentional. The writing is so intentional. Anyway, this is horror. It is body horror, but it's also just so much more than that. And I can't recommend this book enough. So go check out The Salt Grows Heavy by Cassandra Khaw. And I really hope you make it a part of your spooky reading season. So on that note, everybody, farewell for now. And I already have a book I'm going to recommend, and I'm starting out another one. So hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have those two ones out to you. So bye for now. I hope you're enjoying your spooky season.